All right, so thanks so much for doing this. My first question to you is tell the audience a little bit about yourself and how you got started in the community.
Yeah, for sure. So my name is Hailey Berry, and I'm originally from Georgia. Um, I grew up with lots of family members and friends who I saw struggle with specifically mental illness growing up, and that's how I started to become more involved in the disability community. Um, and then as I grew up and saw like specifically how my siblings went throughout the public school system and how there was a lot of shortcomings there, uh, I became more interested in that. And then I did my undergraduate studies in psychology and disability studies at UGA. Um, that's in Georgia. And then after that, I moved out to Utah and worked at a therapeutic program that my brother initially went to, and he said that really made an impact for him. And then after that, I moved to Seattle and started law school. And I've since then worked at Disability Rights Washington as a legal intern and found that work super impactful. And I've just sort of been involved in this community my entire life, I guess. Um, yeah, so
Mm-hmm. So, like, tell me what is it that you currently do in your current role? Because I understand that you finished law school, is that correct?
yes, I just finished law school in May. And so I worked for Disability Rights Washington for uh, from May 2023 to May 2024. And I finished my internship there at graduation to study for the bar. But while I was at Disability Rights Washington, I did a lot of calling community members and talking to them about legal issues that they might be having related to their disability. And then I would speak with my supervisors after that call and compile a list of resources and information for them, and then send that to those individuals to try and help them get some of their issues resolved or give them more information about their options. Um, but since graduating, I have been studying for the bar pretty much full time, and I took that at the end of July. And then I start my new position as a public defense attorney in Snohomish County on Monday.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
My next question is, what sorts of methods or approaches do you use within your within your legal kind of work? Because you said that you have and going to have a new job as a defense attorney, so I'm wondering what sorts of methods or approaches will you use to like, I guess what I'm focused on is like what is kind of your focus in because defense attorneys they work on real like very different things and different subjects. So I'm wondering what your take is on that.
Yeah, so I'm going to start out in the misdemeanors unit while I'm learning all of the ins and outs of becoming an attorney. But I would really like to eventually transition to working with people who are in the criminal justice system with cases that are really related to their mental health issues and those kinds of things. Because since I have such a background in that experience, I think that I would really be able to bring more than just legal expertise to the table for those people and really provide like an additional layer of support. Because I think that, you know, there are all these roles that people play, and it's like an attorney has so much of a person's life in their hands, especially in criminal cases. And so I think my approach will be to like tie in my backgrounds with psychology and working with people with mental illness and sort of tie that into my legal expertise and hopefully become a better defender for it and help them with their self-determination and like getting what their needs are out and helping them get that met.
Mm-hmm.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it pretty much does. I think
Okay.
my next question is, what sorts of things have you learned in like law school that sort of helped you say, hey, I want to like do this, become a defense attorney and help these people, out with like mental illness? What sorts of things do you take from actually your law school experience that you can apply to your work?
Yeah. So in law school, I learned a lot of things, but one of my main takeaways is that a lot of our systems are really broken. And I think that there needs to be people who understand the ways in which our systems are broken and why that makes such a big impact for people. Um, some of my favorite classes were like a disability law class or an employment law class, and it just really highlights the ways in which disability is so interconnected with every aspect of an individual's life and how our current like systems, like even just like achieve like getting on disability or getting any sort of social services or accessing the courts or like navigating the foster care system can be so impacted by that. Um, and I think my law school experience, I just really learned like what the the structure of those systems and how those impacts are made and how we can maybe alter those systems, change the systems, or help people navigate them in a way that'll lessen those impacts on people with disability disproportionately.
Hmm. My next question is, how important is it for to, work for the people? How is it to sort of, be that voice for people who may be not have a voice in, speaking up for themselves?
Yeah, I think that's like maybe one of the most important roles a person could have. It's also just like one of those things where everybody deserves to have self-determination. They deserve to have somebody listen to them. They deserve to have like just the opportunity to really be heard and supported. And taking on these roles, I'm constantly trying to learn because I'm never going to be perfect and I'm always going to want to improve. And for each person, they have different preferences. And I want to make sure that I show up to these spaces with flexibility and like to help people achieve what their ultimate goals are. And it's going to be really rewarding work. It's going to be hard work, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah. To kind of wrap this up, like what can people take away from this conversation? How can other incoming, how can students who are trying to enter your position, how can they, find the tools and resources to sort of, be a defense attorney that serves the people and like fights for their rights, etc.
Yeah, that's a really good question. Since I'm pretty new to the field, like I just graduated, it feels really funny giving advice. But if I was going to speak to some current, like the first year law students, I think I would say just like get engaged with your community. Um, there are a lot of really good people at my school, Seattle University. I met lots of incredible students and incredible professors that have really taught me a lot and have supported each other. And I think getting to know the people within your community is like the first really big step. They'll get
Hmm.
you in touch with other organizations that you may not have known about that do really incredible work around the area. So,
Yep, that's cool. All right.